Okay, I think we're ready. We're up and running. East Coast, how you doing? Hey, Laura. Skyfly. East Coast. Sunstar, Brenda. Brenda, how'd you do today with the chiropractor? Good, I hope. Cool cat, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? East Coast, I just caught a blip of that. I didn't get the full details on the school shooting. That's too bad, It just proves our society is not what it used to be. Yeah, school's not safe anymore. Cool cat, I'm glad you're doing good. Um, it's 77 degrees here. We went down to 44 degrees last night.
Hello.
Okay, so back to the chiropractor again on Friday. Hey, Dominic, how you doing?
All right. We got thunder here.
What's that?
We got thunder here.
Oh, you've got thunder and lightning on there.
Yeah, last half an hour.
Bright and sunny here.
Oh, okay. Now is everybody in the chat?
Brenda went to the chiropractor
Oh,
today
okay.
and she got a massage and she's pretty
Mm,
sore.
okay.
She's
Hope
probably
it
got
all
to go
went.
back for another session on Friday. That's what she
Oh,
said.
okay. Hello, Dusty.
Cool Cat is doing
Michael,
okay too. He said he's
Sam,
doing good.
Brenda. Who else we got? And Laura at the start. Okay.
56 degrees in Salisbury.
Um, Trying to work that out. What are we here? Give me a second.
Yeah, Joe won't be with us tonight. He's out shooting in
Oh,
the
okay.
rain.
Yeah. Okay then.
He's got one game. I think
Yes,
it
Mark.
starts at 7 o'clock.
Give me a second.
Another game that starts at 8 or 9 o'clock. Yeah, Joe won't be with us tonight. He's out
Okay.
shooting.
62 Fahrenheit here.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Dominic.
Good evening.
Yeah, it's 77 here right now.
We're catching you.
It's, what is it? $12.
Good.
Uh,
We have 77 tomorrow.
Hi, Justin. Echo, what's 12 degrees centigrade in Fahrenheit?
12 degrees Celsius is 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. 54.
Okay. Hey, Tim. Jackson.
Hi, Tim.
Shows 103 here today.
Hey, Justin.
We're getting there.
The highest was 16. The lowest is going to be 11. So it's got another degree to
Oh,
go.
Mr. Tim. He's probably getting
We're
ready to go
getting
to
there.
work.
Cooled off a little bit since storm came through.
Oh, you had one too. We've
Mhm.
just had one.
No, we've had drizzle most of the afternoon. That's all. Nothing
Yeah,
heavy.
woke up and it went bang.
I got that used to the nurses coming in the morning that I got up at 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh,
And
okay.
they didn't come until nearly 3 o'clock.
Mm.
But she was like bank staff from a different department doing the district nurse as a what's it. She said her proper job is palliative care. I said, well, hopefully I won't need you again then for a while.
Chat. Laura, Dusty, Brenda, Michael, Tim, and did I miss somebody? Oh,
Joel.
Joel. What's up, Joel?
Hi, Joel.
I was going to mow my grass in my front
Oh,
yard,
Tim is at work. Okay.
but it's been drizzling. So
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
7 o'clock in the morning there.
What's he generally work, like 7 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon, or?
about
Usually
3
like anywhere between 3 to 5 in the morning usually is when he leaves. And then he'll get off at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I think. He usually works like 10, 12-hour days.
Ah. Now, do they pay him? Does he get overtime pay, like anything over 40? So I don't know
No.
how Australia is,
I have no idea.
or is it just straight time?
Oh,
You know,
he's-
Dominic?
He's like
Now, where?
he's like subcontracted. So he
Oh,
gets
he's considered a subcontractor, so he doesn't
Yeah.
get any overtime?
Well,
Yeah.
he's what they call casual,
Hmm.
same as a
Now,
Matt is.
casual, and permanent casual.
Casual doesn't get all the benefits. Like you don't get vacation time and all that shit.
yeah. If you're off sick,
It depends if you're permanent casual rather than casual. It depends on what you get on the contract.
Because Matt was
Some
talking
of
to me
them
about
can.
that. Matt said that he was casual and he was like, well, he goes, the way that works over here, he's like, if you're casual, he goes, you do get a little bit more freedom. Like you can call in more if you want to take a day
Yeah.
off. Shit like that. He said, you just can't get too out of control with it. Otherwise, they'll just find somebody else.
Yeah, oh,
He's like-
definitely.
yeah,
That's why you're
You
permanent
phone up-
casual.
time off, you just don't get paid.
Well, so evidently, he's not in a union then.
I don't even
Hey,
know
do you
whether
guys
he's got-
even have unions over there, Dominic?
Yes, we do, but they're a major topic of discussion at the moment.
Are they mostly in manufacturing unions or,
Yes.
okay,
Construction, forestry, metal, and electrical.
whereas our unions are literally everything.
There's a big shit fight going on over here with the electrical trade union, the technical teachers, and the construction.
Yeah, unions are
Major shit fight down here, not in Queensland, down in Melbourne.
unions definitely have some positive stuff for them, but there's a lot of negative from unions as well.
Yeah. As I said, I understand the ideology of it, and I understand what they're trying to do, but sometimes they go just a little too far.
Because the amount of protection the employees get sometimes is a little astronomical. Like they almost have to murder somebody to get fired.
Yeah,
Like they
Yeah.
can be just completely incompetent, just the worst fucking employee, but you can't fire them because the union won't let you. And the union will do it to the company just to spite the company. You know, it's a bitch fight between the two of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, there is a main difference. I can understand that you need, I can understand that there needs to be protection between worker and employer and employee, but sometimes it goes too far one way.
Dude, you should have seen how some of these employees in California that were part of the grocery store unions,
Yeah,
how they would talk to their managers because their managers had real no control over them at the end of the day. Because
Mhm.
the managers work for the company, not for the union. Anybody below management is all union. And dude, these employees would talk down to their managers, dude. Oh, you're gonna come in? No, the fuck I'm not. I'm going home. Just walk the fuck out, and they don't even get in trouble for it. It's like Jesus.
Brenda says hi to you, Justin. In the chat.
Yeah, I said hi to her a minute ago. Now that you know, there's actually one Amazon warehouse that's actually unionized.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, they managed to unionize it. It was in.
I thought all the big warehouses were unionized.
No, Walmart and Amazon. Oh hell no! But there was one Amazon warehouse, and I believe it was in New York that was able to unionize. I think because they used
They
the
voted for a
laws.
union?
Yeah, they were able to, like, I think, use the state laws in order to override Amazon. Let me see where it's at. I think it was in New York. I could be
Over
wrong.
here, you can actually join a union even if you haven't got a job.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah. There's the unemployed. Yeah, there's an unemployed union here too.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, you can join any union. If you are qualified,
Oh,
in
okay.
you can join that union even before you get a job.
Okay, so the workers at a New York warehouse voted 55% in favor of joining the Amazon labor union. The group is led by former Amazon worker Chris Smalls.
So
And
Amazon has a labor union?
yeah, so they actually have, that's the only warehouse at the moment that is actually
Yeah,
unionized.
but what I'm saying is, it says, you just said that the workers voted to join the Amazon union.
Yeah, because they made the union and then the
Okay,
workers
they were
at the
the-
warehouse,
They established the union.
yeah, and then the workers voted on it, and because of the state laws and shit, they won the court battle on it, and so that's the only Amazon warehouse at the moment that is actually unionized. So they have a lot more control.
I
versus-
didn't know whether the corporation itself had
Oh
unions.
hell no, they would never do that. Unless they were forced to, they would never give into that. And Alabama is facing a separate union drive right now. So in Alabama, there's a big old fight over
David?
unionizing.
Evening.
Hi, David.
Evening.
David,
Right. Two things, Paul.
yeah.
One, you forgot to pin again. Darn it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yep. It's all right. That's
Oh.
just minor. The next
No,
one,
I'm done.
major issue that I really have to bring up with you, because
Okay.
you keep doing it. You keep making this mistake. You keep putting Paul Murray and friends, and then allow Justin on here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but it's misleading when you say friends, and then allow Justin on.
You know what? I think Laura needs some new stuff.
Well, I heard you were busy today. You went out to go get her a new computer, did you?
Hell no.
No, I've been fucking with her computer all day trying to get that bitch to work.
No, I was not.
I thought
Okay.
you were working on it for a couple hours.
This
Okay.
evening, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, it's my daytime.
Yeah.
We we went out for McDonald's because the Monopoly's arrived.
So did you went to McDonald's? Did she get chicken nuggies?
No, she got I don't know, some sandwich.
But you know,
It all looks disgusting to me. It's meat. But
They're
anyway,
doing a double Big Mac.
but if you go back to that conversation we were having a minute ago, Paul,
Yeah.
you know, Walmart has a response team and they're like the fucking Gestapo police. And if any type of union is mentioned at a store, they have a special response team that will show up to that store and clear that store out immediately.
Really?
Yep.
well, that's
And
disgusting.
they are like the fucking SS police, like
Well,
the
it's
German
disgusting.
police. I'm not even joking. They have a non-unionized response team, and
You
they've
see-
So,
I've been through the classes about it, where
Like,
they talk about how unions are bad and everything.
Well, what I don't understand is, don't they have? Doesn't all employees have a choice of what they?
No,
how
I
they
mean
wanna
technically it depends on the state laws.
Yeah,
If it's
In
a
the
right to work
UK
state. Good luck.
yeah. In the UK, you can't ban a union.
no,
Well, like,
you,
well,
you
like,
can join a union by paying subs to it, even if you don't actually have a job. So that when you
Yeah.
go into that job, you're already in the union.
no. So here, depending on the state laws, if it's a right to work state like Florida, fucking good luck trying to start a union. Yeah. Because companies here can fire you for no reason. They don't have to have a reason. They can just walk in there and say, we don't need you anymore. Bye.
Well, that's crap. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be treating employees like that.
Well, a lot of states are. It's
We
not just
just-
Florida.
We just allow them to do 0-hour contracts. Yeah.
Well, no, that's being banned. They're going 1 hour contracts next week.
Yeah.
See, states are always trying to find a balance. Well, not all states, because California is just a fucking shithole when it comes to this. But a lot of
Yeah, we
states will
know
try.
that.
They'll try to find a balance of how many regulations they put on businesses versus what they don't want to, because they have to find a good balance that attracts new business.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
they're
you've got to
always
find a balance. You can't go too far one way.
Right.
You can't
No,
go
no,
too
no.
far the other.
If you
Right.
can't run a business within rules that give employees rights to a decent life, yeah, then I'm sorry, you shouldn't be in business.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree
no,
with you
what
there.
I'm saying is, like, if you go to like California, everything is extremely overregulated,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people
it
are
can't
not
be
as
too far weighted to the employee, and you
Like
can't be too far.
minimum wage for McDonald's.
And if you
Yeah.
want to, if you wanted to open up a business and you ask 10 people where they'd rather open it up at, California or Florida, they're probably going to pick Florida, because
Mm.
California is just a pain in the ass. Like I said, like Steve was saying, you know, to get that project done for Elon's factory when he was going to build it in California would have been held up for 2-3 years just for permits and shit. Just ridiculous amount of time. And here in Florida, if he came here and decided to build a factory, dude, they could have it up and running in 6 months. They don't need to go through all that bullshit in order to build it.
Mm.
You know, that's the difference. And so they tend to be a lot less regulated here because they're trying to attract more business. But there's also other states that do the same thing. They don't put a lot of regulations on businesses. That's not to say that you can't get in trouble for sexual harassment or, you know, fucking, you know, hitting an employee or something crazy like that. That's still against the law, but
It gets me sometimes in America. There's a drone flyer that goes to this place that's not so much an abandoned building as the company decided they were going to build this new warehouse and the
Hello,
car
Donald.
Mhm.
and else, and then
Evening,
when
Donald.
they finished.
Good morning.
Good
Moved
evening.
Afternoon.
Or
So
wherever
it's
it is.
just empty.
Yeah.
well,
Well,
sometimes a developer might build a industrial building in the hopes that a company was going to move in there, and then they might have either done it in the hopes that somebody's going to rent it out or had somebody lined up and then they backed out, you know. That happens sometimes.
well, there used to be a song that was great for this sort of conversation. You don't get me, I'm part of the union.
Yeah.
You remember that one, Mark?
I do. That was it the Scaffold?
Yeah.
Like I said, unions have good things about them, but there's a lot of bad stuff about them too.
Mhm.
Well,
Because
they
you can get a
carried
lot of
away. Yep.
corruption in unions.
Well, not if your union's regulated.
Regulated by who?
By government officials. We have laws
Okay.
on the union.
Well, by
Yeah.
They can't exactly just randomly go, right, we're going out on strike. That's not allowed. They
by
have to have a ballot and
it's
See,
by
I'm not a big
Has to
fan
be a
of
certain member, so it's
top-down
all-
government control of everything.
it's not actually the government. It's like a regulatory body.
yeah, there's regulation.
Who gives them the authority? The government.
Yeah, but the government
Someone has to regulate
the
something.
government can't question the regulatory body.
Over here, it's under the Labor Department.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone has employment rights over here.
But I'm saying you still have officials that run each union. You have a union president, you got union board members.
But they
Those guys-
have to
that's
be,
where
have to
the
be
cor-
accountable to someone.
That's where the corruption usually starts.
And that's what's happened here.
Yep. They're usually accountable to the people who are lining their pockets,
Right. And I'll tell
and
you
not
what,
not the people who are actually paying the bill for lining their pockets, because that would be the union workers. A lot of times, the unions.
See, that's why
Are-
Walmart didn't make it over here. Because
Well,
they
I
tried
do-
to take over Asda, and Asda is very union regulated.
Well,
We
you
have
guys missed out on Walmart. Okay.
we have a shop. No, and as the
Well, Walmart still owns like a majority of their stock, though.
Yeah.
They have like 49% of it or some shit. So they still sit at the big boys table at the end of the day.
If you think about it, Walmart really is a mom and pop shop that made it big.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it was.
well,
Sam
so
Walton started off with just one store and then grew it to an international.
really,
Well, I wouldn't say it was really international when he was in business. That kind of got pushed more after he died.
Yeah, after Sam
Yeah.
Walton was gone, it was started.
Yeah, because they didn't really start going international, I think, till the 90s, late 90s.
Hmm.
And he was dead in what, like 87 or something? He died in the late 80s. So, but
No.
they were pretty big when he died, though. I mean, in the US.
pretty much every single company was started up by one person.
Yeah, I mean, that's true at some point. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but a
one
lot of
off.
times they're started with a huge influx of cash too, where this was a small business that actually did just do right and grew organically. That's what I mean by it's a mom and pop shop that made good.
Well, would you class Ford as a mom and pop shop?
Do what?
Well, Henry Ford started that. I don't think he had massive investors, did he?
Who? I missed the
Henry
beginning
Ford.
of that.
Henry
Oh, Henry
Ford.
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 Well,
yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Once a business outlives its creator,
That's
it
usually
becomes
what-
a different thing.
Yeah.
Yep. And usually, and when companies get to a certain size, they always seem to do the same shit. That's when they get less about their employees, more about the money.
Uh-huh.
Well, once you
Board of directors.
once you go public,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you have people to answer to other than the customers. You have shareholders.
Right. When companies get to a certain size, it's usually when they do that. They go public because then all of a sudden their company goes worth, it might be worth $1 billion, and they go public, it might be worth 10 billion overnight. Because then people rush out to buy stocks in it.
Whereas before that, you might have a company goal of maximizing legacy or some other intangible. Once you go public, you have the investors, and their only goal is to maximize profits.
Yeah. There was a guy on YouTube that
Which it's not wrong. I mean, they're right. They're investing money for a reason.
Two other companies that did that. I mean, you got Virgin and Amstrad.
We had two ladies that worked at my Walmart that both had, one had a 65-year badge and one had a 60-year badge, and had been with the company since like it was just a handful of stores. And they will tell you stories about how the company was way different back then. And they retired in their 80s.
Yeah, the store was completely different. Yeah. There's a story of Mr. Sam was flying over one of his locations and looked down and saw that there wasn't enough cars in the parking lot. He's like, "What's going on down there at that store?" So they landed at the nearest airport, got a driver to take him over to that store, and it turns out there was some community thing that people were all at, and it was just one of those community event things, and that was sucking all the business away. And he's like, "Oh, okay, nice to meet everybody," and got back in his plane and left. But
yeah, they said he was awesome to be around. But then, like I said, after he died, and then the company got taken over by other CEOs that weren't in the family, and the family kind of sold. They just sit back and collect royalties. They don't even run the company anymore. That's kind of moved away from his motto, even though they try to tell you they follow Sam's motto. When you do the little, when you go into those little,
customer always, huh?
Yeah. When you do your, when you first go in and get hired and everything, yeah, they try to play off like they're like that, but they're nothing like the way he
like
ran
I
the
said,
company.
I worked there last year, and just in the 2 decades I was gone, it is different.
Yep.
I mean, just the 2 decades.
Well, there was a guy on YouTube. He actually issued 20 million shares in his YouTube channel, and all he did was went out and sold one for 50 quid, and apparently it made his YouTube channel worth billions. And
Oh yeah, because it raised the cap. Because
Yeah.
he could show that it was valued at, and so
Yeah.
his market cap was inflated.
And-
yeah.
and even though he sold the share back to the person, he bought the share back, he still got done for fraud.
Well, yeah, it is fraud. These TikTokers have this new unlimited cash hack that they started putting
Oh,
up,
that shit was so stupid.
Yeah,
where they
fraud
deposit a
because
check for
it-
$10,000 into their bank account
in
and then
fraud.
withdraw some of it before it hits.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
no. It
fraudulent
wasn't even some
valuation.
of it. That the problem with the glitch was they could deposit a $30,000 check and it wasn't giving them a limit at the ATM. It was spitting out 30 grand.
Really?
And that was the part of the glitch, was not only was it approving the big checks immediately, but it was also not capping them at a certain amount at the ATM.
Yeah, but they still got to pay it back.
Oh, and then not to mention that's check fraud at the end of the
Yes.
day. That's a federal felony.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you could face up to 30 years in prison for that, they said, and up to $1 million in fines for doing that.
Don't the bank have to notify someone or other when it's over 10,000?
Tyson?
HMRC over here.
Yeah. Like inland revenue.
Mm-hmm.
The tax office.
ITO here.
What's up, Jason?
Hey, Justin. Play that Fortnite season today?
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, just doing a bunch of
Hey, Mark.
knocking out a bunch of quests.
You see any of the new updates that they made to the game?
Yeah,
Were
we've
they
been
any
doing.
good?
Oh,
Me and
God,
Laura
Laura's
been-
loving them.
Me and Laura have been doing quests all day. That's all we've been working on. We've already got almost all the Doom stuff finished.
Cool. Are the new weapons awesome?
Yes. Some
Yeah,
of
they're
them.
pretty good. The new
Right on.
gloves are pretty good. You can run up and really mess somebody up with them. And they make you run really fast too.
I don't know what kind of weapons
Justin,
were
you get a chance,
Hold on.
take a look at that link. I just put it in the chat.
other than harpoons.
There wasn't. Daddy had to.
So what have you been doing, Dave? Jason, you got all your work done? You're headed home?
Yep. Work is done for the day. Beginning of the month, it's always a lot of heavy admin, just closing out the financials from last month and stuff like that, So did all that.
Hey,
Yeah, just
Gitchy.
headed on home. Gonna
Hey, Yichi, how you doing?
try to edit some video.
Gitchy said hi to Joel. Then she came back and says, no comment, I guess. Huh?
Hi, Gitchy. How are you?
Gitchy's our flyer around the world.
Heck yeah.
Justin, did you see that printer?
No, not yet. I'm trying to fix this doorknob real quick.
Okay.
It got cut out.
I'll be back in a
Are
minute.
you getting a new printer, Paul?
Well, I got my other printer. It just doesn't want to seem to work.
Yeah.
How old is it?
so I don't have to.
About 4 or 5 years old.
Don't be leaving.
Sounds like you're due for a new one anyway.
Yeah.
I will kill that. Fuck.
God, my
If-
printer's
if-
over 20 years old and it still works.
If they even sell ink for that model anymore, also, you know what I mean?
You know, like Hewlett Packard, so yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's an HP, you know,
Yeah.
but it doesn't want to see, like when I tell it to print something here at my computer, it doesn't see it. It doesn't receive it. It doesn't whatever.
When you're buying a printer, you should always get the make of it, go online, see how much these cartridge specialist place charge you for the ink, how much it is on eBay and Amazon, and go off that, because sometimes you can get a cheap printer and the ink cartridge fucking cost you more than the printer.
Yeah, but you only
And
use
other
those
times-
cartridges if you
Like
print.
HP.
Right now,
Yeah.
I don't think I print maybe then 3 or 4 times a year.
So why do you need a printer then? Use a library.
If you don't have one,
Are you going to get a printer only or a printer scanner, like all in one?
I don't know what it's. I don't know what it is. I went to Walmart and pulled it up. It says it's a HP DeskJet wireless all-in-one color inkjet
Yeah,
printer scanner
That's got
copier,
scanner, fax, everything.
and it's $69.
Photocopier.
Dang, and it's a fax machine also?
Yeah,
Good to hear then.
Most all-in-ones do fax.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. How do you spell fax? What's a fax?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's done via an app now, fax,
Yeah, no.
and sent over the internet rather than the phone.
I'll screen share it so you guys can see it real quick. There it is.
Yeah.
Not a bad one.
Compact too.
And what I like is the price.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Paul, you
Yeah.
see where it says HP Desktop 4252E?
Where?
Copy the HP DeskJet 4252E, paste it into Windows, and type review on the end and see what people are saying about it.
And download the drivers for it.
Not yet.
Right here, you can be talking about?
No, in the title of it.
Why not yet?
Just copy you have to select it where it says HP DeskJet.
Like that?
Yeah, but just go to the 4252E. You don't need the rest of it.
Yeah, I go there, right?
Yeah, right click.
Copy.
Now yeah, now go into your top bar,
So where?
your search bar. At the top, that'll do. And
Paste.
just paste, and then on the end, just type in. There you go, reviews. Whoops. Now look, I've crashed.
Oh no.
Cause of crash. Looking at printers.
Oh, you mean in Euro trucks?
Yeah, I wonder if that's a criminal offence.
Well, you're not allowed to look at your phone.
Yeah, but it's not my phone.
Mm.
Yeah, at the top, Paul, in the search box on the end, just type in reviews.
Right there, right?
Yeah, second one down. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's always good to get someone else's usage reviews. That's just Amazon. That's trying to sell you some. Yeah, never go for the first.
Buyer
four.
guide.
Yeah, down a bit. Go down a bit. There you go. That one.
subpar.
Spelled incorrectly.
Yeah, not
No,
the
it
best
didn't
of
work.
websites, is it?
Well, David, my tracking number
That must
from
be why
Royal
it's
Mail,
$69.
it'll be here between 12 and 2 tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So you getting it? You like it?
No, he's got to go out and buy a picture frame to put up on the wall when he finds out it was just a picture.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really too worried because PayPal still haven't taken the money out of my bank account.
Yeah, there's something wrong with PayPal. Because I paid with PayPal.
Are you
a couple of
getting
days ago and
hassled
it's
on
not gone.
the highway there, Jason?
It's showing in my PayPal account as being paid to the company, and the company have got it marked as paid.
You got that serious look on
Yeah,
your
so
face.
is mine.
Jason.
But
It's just,
my bank
it's just
account's not
that
gone.
it's not going out of my bank
Yeah.
account.
You know, you
Yeah,
cocked your
that's
head
a-
around a couple times and you're going,
Yeah, no, just silliness. You know, just silliness.
Yeah, other
People have-
PayPal payments have.
Is what it is. So you're not? Are you going to get that printer, Paul, or no?
well, I don't know. The review that I looked at said it was subpar.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter for what you want it for. You're only printing 4 prints a year, like you said.
Yep.
No, you're not doing professional prints, are you? So
No. I'm not using it like for an office printer.
exactly. So just go for it. What could go wrong? And if it doesn't work, it's
Because
Walmart. You can take it back.
I took and bought a 50-foot cord so I could directly connect it to my computer to that printer. Hooked it up today,
Yeah.
nothing.
For $60, you know, it sounds like a good deal. I mean, you only read one review. Was that the only review, or were there any good reviews?
I
It
didn't
was
see
just
any-
that was just one of them buyer guide crappy websites, you know, that just review shit and chuck loads of adverts in.
Did
Yeah.
you say from a crappy website?
Yeah.
Well, they spelled subpar wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
They might have spelled it the way they spell it.
Comes with 3 months of free ink.
Yeah, that.
But I don't use ink, so what the hell, you know?
Right.
The question is, why are you buying a all of one? Just get a basic ass $30 printer from Walmart.
Do you,
It's
do, do you
Don't
need
buy
the scanner
something
function?
that's,
Printer from Walmart.
you can
Yeah,
get
but
a base,
I was going by the name.
you can get a basic like Canon or Epson at Walmart for like $30. The cartridges are like $30 to refill.
Dude.
You don't need to go get you a super complex printer that you're just going to get confused by all the settings.
Is it about $1.50 each?
There's one called the HP DeskJet that Paul could get from Best Buy.
Mm. Hello, Andrew.
That's what he's looking at from Walmart.
Well, I'd look at Best Buy and then see what Walmart's got. Just because Best Buy usually has them all.
But what makes Best Buy the Best Buy?
Well, see, Walmart will deliver it today.
Best
Oh,
Buy
good.
really isn't the best buy on a lot of stuff.
Maybe not, but they list all the everythings, and sometimes it's easier to use than the Walmart website.
He doesn't need to. Just drive down to Walmart and get a $30 printer off the shelf and walk out with it.
Take
So,
TJ with you. Don't pay for it.
Jason,
I'm just saying, don't get something that's on all in one with like 50 different things built into it. You're just going to get confused by all the settings. and shit.
I get free
More
delivery
things
from
to go wrong.
Walmart if I order it today.
No, you can't grumble at that.
Because certain stores now you have to pay so much to get free shipping.
Well,
Or pickup.
here's what it says, wireless, all-in-one copy inkjet. My question though is, maybe it's my computer's not sending to the.
No, it's just the drivers. That was all it was.
Oh, Paul, let me.
And you shouldn't have to
Wait,
download the drivers when you get a new one anyway. They should
Wait.
already be in the printer.
Yeah.
Before you buy it,
Doesn't.
go on
What?
Amazon,
Let,
put the printer model number in, and see how much the printer cartridges are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what
Well,
I
there-
said, but
it-
Paul said he
the-
doesn't want to do that because he only prints 4 times a year.
The only reason your drivers are out of date is because it's like a 5-year-old printer and everything else is updated since then, except for the printer.
Yeah, but
But-
4 prints in a
if,
year,
if
in a
the-
year, ink's probably going to dried out anyway. So we'll have to change.
I'm
No, you
even
got it
even if it
printed.
is dried out, I'm pretty
It was
sure
not dried out. You had
tried-
it printing. It's a
it would try to be doing
communication issue.
something.
No, it's not
We're
dried
not going
out.
through all this again, guys. It was a
No.
communication issue.
No, I'm saying that
Well, on the screen, on the front of the printer I got, I can
In a
tap
year.
on it and it'll print all the details about the printer.
There you go,
Yeah,
Paul. Look,
That's standard.
Oh, I'm
HP Jet,
in a year,
$39,
ink
3
cartridge,
months free ink.
you print it if he buys a new printer. Find out how
Oh,
Paul?
that is.
Paul,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
only
John.
print, if you're only printing 3 times a year, why don't you just go to the nearest like Office Max or even I think Walmart has printers that you can go
When
or
you
the
get
public
started-
library and print
When
out
you
your
get to be
thing.
my age, Don, you don't want to go anywhere.
Look, $39, Paul. Basic, simple printer.
Paul, you go down to the river.
Laura,
or you go down, you
Laura
go down
tells
to
you
the,
to shut up, Justin.
you go down to,
And Justin, that's an all-in-one printer as well, anyway.
you go
Or
down to
Yeah.
shoot the boats
Epson-
twice a day. You go places.
I know it's a lot more, but the Epson EcoTank,
Yeah,
a friend of mine is swearing by that.
he goes to the river, he
Yeah.
goes to the
Scroll down.
and cream shop.
He goes
Oh,
and gets
that-
his donuts.
Canon.
Paul,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
no,
a
they're
choice you're
delivered.
making. And you know, if you go to the public library, will help you print whatever you have.
Dude, there you
And
go, Paul.
it'll be a lot cheaper than buying a printer that you're going to throw away in a year. It's not going to end up in a landfill in a year because
Yeah.
it's not working. Just take your thing, your 4 things, 4 times a year on the thumb drive. Just grab a thumb
Oh,
drive, put
for
your
fuck's
documents on that, and
Yeah, put it on a
Take it
thumb
down.
drive and just go down to
Yeah,
the
but
you
look-
can just
look
go
at
to the
this
public
one.
library.
This one looks better.
But you
Oh.
just want to spend money at this point, so
Paul,
and,
do you-
and no one's going to talk you out of it. So
Paul,
have fun.
The other question is, do you need?
It
a
doesn't matter
scan-
if it makes sense.
Do you need something to scan with?
The what?
Do you need something to make copies or to scan with?
Well, this is a scanner too.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the one I just showed you was $40. It's an all-in-one scanner, printer, everything.
Yeah, but look
And
at
it-
here. Free delivery today.
So
Right, I just want
Free
to point
with-
something out, right? We have this all the time. Paul says he wants something. Paul knows he wants it. Paul's going to buy it anyway. And then we all have this debate and whether he should, shouldn't, what he should
Of
buy.
course.
What he
No,
shouldn't
that's
buy.
why I said.
And then he goes and buys it anyway. So
That's why I said it's like it would make sense just to put it on a thumb drive, take it down. If you're only printing a few times a year, to take it down to the public library and have it printed there or to the nearest Office Max or whatever you have nearby, and they would help you print it, and it would make the most sense. You wouldn't be throwing it away in a year. But you're gonna want to buy it anyway, so have fun. It's your money. Do what you what you want.
I think he's almost purchased it anyway.
Oh yeah.
Look, but Paul, that is with a Walmart.
Paul,
Plus,
if you're
which
buying
is
it, take
their-
your screen share off. We don't need your bank details online again. Stop
save
sharing.
$10.
And somebody
So,
stop him
so
sharing.
do
now.
I need that cable to connect it or?
No, it comes.
You
It might
shouldn't.
come with one anyway.
It should work with the one you got.
Yeah, and it might come with one.
They don't come with cables anymore.
They do over here. So
Yeah, but if
If
it's
they're-
called, if it's a wireless one,
Mine did. I bought an office chest about a year ago.
some do, some
Most,
don't.
a lot of the wireless ones, they're not doing that because they're selling them to you separate if you want one now because it's more money for them. It's just the same bullshit that Samsung and Apple did with the chargers.
so
And
if
took-
I order this and have it delivered and I don't like it, they'll take it back, right?
Well, there you go.
Well, do it then.
you should. It should be.
Just, Paul, just don't share your
Okay,
bank
it
details.
says-
Can you unshare that,
It
please?
says 75 minutes or less. We're gonna stay online until you get it delivered.
Yeah, can somebody stop him sharing it though?
I'm not. I'm heading out. I was waiting for my phone to get charged over 50%. Now I'm at 62 now, so
Well
I am
done.
going to go and see if I can't fire up that Doom buggy and go for a ride.
Okay, enjoy.
Somebody listen to
Paul,
me and
it's
stop
gonna-
Paul sharing the screen.
Paul, hit stop share.
What?
We don't want your bank
Stop
details.
sharing.
David said to stop sharing the
I'm
screen.
gonna kick his butt in a minute.
So that way you're not sharing
not gonna-
any of
it's-
your banking.
It's not going to show anything anyway. It's only going to show the last 4 digits of the card.
Place the order, it'd be 86.59.
Yeah,
That
because you're
one
paying
will
for
be
because he's paying for
look
delivery
again.
and everything.
Yep.
It's paying for extra shipping.
And plus taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
taxes.
fine.
There's always tax. Doesn't matter what you're buying.
Now in 3 times as much as you could have spent.
That's the only thing I don't like about USA prices. The price you see on the shelf edge is not the price you're paying at the till.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're on a budget, you know, you're short of money, you're freaking screwed. You got to guess how
I
much you
know.
spend.
Over here, it's the price.
Cool
The
cat.
price on the on the label is the price you're paying.
Yeah, that's what happens here.
Oh, Corey said just buy and print your 1 page and return it.
Yeah, exactly.
like it.
Corey says when you need to print in 3 months.
I
repeat.
just didn't see the point of buying an extensive printer like that if you
I mean,
weren't
the other
using it all
question
the
is,
time.
do your tenants have a printer? About time they did something for you.
He doesn't need to print it anymore. He took it down to UPS and sent it.
I think the kids used my printer more than I did. They used to print out coloring pages on it all the time. Aubrey'd come in and go on Google and find coloring pages and print them out.
You know you could buy them a colouring book, don't you?
Yeah, but she had a couple
So-
websites she liked to get coloring pages off of, so I'd let her print them out.
Depends on what the ticket is for, Cool Cat. Right, Dustin?
No, it's not included in the ticket price, but they do give you your subtotal at the end when you go to check out. But
When
no,
you
if you walk into our stores and something says $3.99, you have to add the tax. That's
No,
not with
tax
tax.
is already added here.
It's
So you
all
have to add 7% on top of that.
Cool
yeah,
Cat.
that would drive
you-
me insane. It really would
Yeah, it
drive
would.
me insane.
uh,
The amount of
Cool-
arguments I get in at the till. Get to the till and I go, well, I added it up. It's 35 quid, and they go, no, it's 46. Right, that's it. Let's have a fight outside. Come on.
46 versus 48. I mean, £2 difference.
I don't know. I'm just good at
Is that
guessing.
Yeah.
is a £2 difference really worth a fight?
Well, I don't
Yeah,
like
it is.
what Audi have started doing. Audi have started putting digital shelf edge labels on their in the
Yeah.
stores, and I've seen them every now and again. As you're walking around, you see the price change. You're like, "Oi!" They can up the price.
Yeah,
instantly.
I've noticed that.
Oh,
They
I
do that
wish
here
they,
too.
I wish they would have done that at Walmart because it was annoying having to do tags all damn day. It'd
Yeah,
be nice
it's good
to
for that. But if you pick something up and you're like I said, you're on a budget,
What have they told
right?
you?
You pick it up and it's 27 quid. and they up the price
Come
to
on.
29. You get to the till, you're like, you end up in a row with the staff. And then they get cocky with you and go, show us the shelf edge label. You go around, they change the price. Fuck you
Well,
boss.
to be honest, our prices
I-
never really changed much unless we were lower in the price. Like we didn't change prices daily like that on items
I've seen that
unless
at
we were
the
doing markdowns on them.
I've seen that at CVS, pharmacy, and gas station.
Because I used to do all the inventory control when I worked at Walmart, and you rarely upped prices on anything. It was always just downing prices.
I think Paul has also seen this at the gas station.
Yeah. I used to hate doing the shelf edge labels at Asda.
Yeah, if you were at Walmart shopping and the price changed on you, more likely you'd be getting a better deal than what you thought you were getting it for. Because we rarely ever upped the price on anything. It was always either the same price or it would lower.
Dusty, the clearance rack. It's always the best price in the store.
On the shelves while the shop is open.
And I would say 99% of the
707, so-
time when we up the price on something, it's because some idiot marked it the wrong price.
There you go. It's going to be delivered by 707.
Yeah, it's 5:55
Okay.
right now.
Did you really get Ritz crackers and cheese delivered to your house?
Oh yeah,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why not? Yeah.
and there's
Good
my little
idea.
Madeleines.
Paul, just a heads up, if you try to order cheese nips, they no longer make them.
What?
Discontinued.
They discontinued cheese nips?
Yes.
No.
2020.
Yes.
Hold on.
My uncle
got-
wanted some,
What the
and my
hell's a
cousin looked
cheese
it
nip?
up, and lo and behold,
Here's what I had delivered.
You know, I haven't bought cheese nips in a long time, and I didn't even know that they were discontinued back in 2020.
they had a recall, and so they couldn't make any more.
That just probably had such a bad stain. They'll probably bring them back at some point. They probably just got rid of them to get rid of the stigma around them.
Well,
And
it's
then,
been it's been about
But it's like anything, right? The world's attention span as a whole is short. With
Yeah,
as
3
much
seconds, like a goldfish.
with today's, as much information gets thrown at you today, a
Hey,
story that's super hot today, nobody gives a shit about tomorrow.
Or
So-
they can milk it for all it's worth and keep
So
doing it.
what
Hi,
companies
Dusty.
will do sometimes is they'll get rid of a product for a while because it's got such a bad stigma around it. They might wait a couple years and then they might bring it back eventually
Mhm.
when nobody really remembers anymore, right? They don't give a shit. So
Yeah.
cheese nips might come back at some point.
It's
Or under a
possible,
different
but
name.
it's been at least 2 years.
It's like computer games. Yeah. They come out and the world goes crazy. And then a couple of years later, Justin and Laura and Tim and all that get into it.
Sorry.
They've been making it for like 40 years.
Dude, the
Yeah,
McRib is
they'll probably bring it back with a different name.
Oh, Dusty, don't get me started on the McRib. That is the most shit ass sandwich ever. And then people make such a big deal about that sandwich. It's literally, you can go to Walmart and buy the little rib patties that either come in the frozen dinners or you can go buy I don't remember what brand it is. I think it's, I can't remember I think Jack Daniels has some, and then there's a couple different frozen brands you can buy.
Oh,
And
Jack
you,
Daniels.
and you can literally make your own barbecue sandwich,
wait,
McRib.
A
Are you saying Jack
Look,
Daniels makes
anyway,
barbecue ribs?
no.
Yes, Jack Daniels
Jack-
makes barbecue sauce.
it's barbecue sauce with Jack Daniels in it.
I'll
Yeah,
tell
but
you,
it's
if I
not
go and
gonna
buy some Jack Daniels, right, and it's
It's not-
barbecue sauce, someone's dying.
you don't
mean,
taste
come
the
on.
liquor.
A McRib has never, ever, ever seen a rib.
Well, what I'm saying is you can go and buy they're nasty pre-pressed
Horrible.
meat patties.
Crispy chicken sandwich, Dusty, from McDonald's.
I have never
There you
seen the
go.
big hype around that fucking McRib. I always thought that was the
Anyway,
nastiest fucking
talking
sandwich.
about McDonald's, me and Laura went today and we won quite a lot of prizes. We've
Oh,
won
they brought
McFlurries, we've won chicken nuggets,
the Monopoly
we've won
game.
a veggie meal, we've won a canvas print, a magazine subscription.
Gee whiz.
This was all on day one on 2 meals. There's going to be no prizes left by the end of the week. Keep giving them out at this rate.
They
Oh,
got
dude,
the chicken nuggies, huh?
I remember when they got rid of the Monopoly game over here when they found out that the whole thing was rigged. Guy connected to McDonald's. He worked for McDonald's, but he was like connected to the mob, and he was keeping all the winning tickets and having people cash them in. And then,
Oh,
dude, these people were winning $1 million, right? But he was taking like 90% of the money after they would win, so they would be left with almost nothing. Most of these people never even saw the money. I'm just saying, he was taking a lot of the money. Some of these people said they only walked away with like 10 or 20 grand because the guy was strong arming them. He would have these people go watch the documentary on YouTube about it. It's very interesting.
Well, the thing of it is probably if you needed the money that bad, they're probably tickled to death just to get the $20,000 or $30,000.
No, yeah, but when they all found out that it was all rigged, all of them got in trouble. Though.
I'm sorry, Dusty.
But the guy was.
You can bet that the lawyers
and
all
then,
jumped in, didn't they?
And then there was one chick that didn't end up walking away with anything. The guy literally took the whole thing. He was literally telling these people, "Go win, we'll split the money." But then after they turned it in, he was strong arming them and taking all the money.
Ooh, there's a good choice, Dusty. Beef.
But yeah, that was a big controversy over here when that happened.
How long ago was that?
Shit, I want to say it was
4 or 5 years ago, and he actually got away with it quite a few years, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3 years he got away with it. Let me see.
If it was back early mid-90s, my teacher would have known about it because she worked for McDonald's at the time as a higher exec.
It's like the competition did it over here. The newspapers, they did like a lucky envelope. You got your newspaper, and you could get a £5, £10, or £20, or a random crap ass money off voucher. And people were going crazy buying shitloads of newspapers.
Okay, so
But
he was.
there was never any money in them because when we printed them and they got trapped in the machine, the security guy never give a shit. I'm sorry,
Okay.
if there was genuine money in there, you'd panic.
So his name was Jerry Jacobson, a former police officer, but they said he had connections to the mob. Was found to be at the heart of the complicated fraud after he set up a scheme to provide winning McDonald's Monopoly pieces in exchange for the cut of the money. The report said adding that his network won nearly every game for 12 years straight. It went on for 12 years. But it doesn't say when it was.
It was all over America, weren't it?
It was between 1989 and 2001.
Yeah, and it was all over America.
Yeah. And then they got rid of the game, I think.
States, weren't he, to claim the prizes?
Yeah, it was just he was picking people he knew, like friends of his family and different people like that. They had a little bit of connection to him, but they were far enough away from him where it didn't. Yeah. McDonald's didn't connect it. But they got rid of the game, I want to say, for a good probably was a good 5-6 years, and then they brought it back. And like I said, they waited until all that blew over and then brought it back.
Yeah. So when's your Monopoly season?
They're seeing if there's interest.
Ours has just started.
Ours has started today, and it lasts for 6 weeks. And you've got 8 weeks to claim your prizes.
November.
It probably starts the same as you guys.
That would have started today.
September 4th.
Yeah, so it started today.
Yeah.
Say, Justin, did you see the news today? This
Okay, so
evening?
the Monopoly promotion at McDonald's in the UK starts on Wednesday, the 4th September.
Yeah, today.
It will run for 6 weeks only at the end of Tuesday, October 15th, 2024. All prizes must be claimed by Tuesday, the 29th of October.
Yeah.
So you have till the 29th. They do give you a little more leeway after
Yeah.
it's
But
over.
I can guarantee by the 1st of October that competition will have ended because they've run out of cups, run out of fries, run out of
Yeah.
all the stickers.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you until they deliver your meal.
Okay, ours doesn't start for another 2 days. It starts on the 6th. So
We'll have claimed all the prizes by then.
Hey, I
Hmm.
see there was a news flash on YouTube. Elon Musk unveiled his new supersonic space jetliner.
Oh,
Right.
Elon
Is he
Musk.
taking the first flight on it?
No, not me. It's huge.
Yeah, but is he going on it? Is he going on the first flight?
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I didn't.
I
I
don't
didn't.
know.
I didn't look at it. I just came across.
it wouldn't be its first flight though. I'm sure it's been tested.
but
As long as he's on the first flight to Mars, I don't care.
we're
In
wondering
fact,
on
I'd be more than happy to pay to go over to the US to wave
When-
him goodbye.
when it's released to the public to see it, will Elon Musk be on that maiden voyage?
I don't know. Paul said he doesn't know that.
That's what I want to know. If he's on that maiden voyage to Mars, right?
How far away are you?
What's that got to do with Elon Musk? Right, apparently, Justin, Elon Musk said, check your messages.
I didn't know Laura had a new name.
It just a random voice came out of nowhere. It went, tell Justin to check his messages.
It sounded like Elon, check your messages.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I said, if he's going on the first flight to Mars, I want to be there to wave him goodbye and stick a few fingers up at him. Can't stand the guy anymore.
Maybe Coquette. A lot of things, yes. A few things he's done are debatable.
Oh, dude, I'm getting the first Neuralink system that he puts out for the masses.
Mm.
Yeah, go ahead, plant that in my brain.
'cause
I want superhuman strength.
like 6
What the
months
hell?
or a year ago, he did the first implant where he can control a device using an implant to a device with the first person.
Are those even real though? Those look like clickbait videos.
Yeah, I think they
that one-
like videos.
That one
Yeah.
looked like clickbait.
They both look like clickbait videos.
That one looks like it's speed. Looks like it's
I can bet you
generated by
neither.
AI.
I can guarantee you neither one of those photos are real.
Nah, they're too. I'm sorry, but they are definitely not real because they'd be more streamlined.
There would be way more
Those-
news on it. These are just random ass channels that nobody's ever heard of. They would have been all over
Yeah.
the news, the
That-
mainstream news.
That's
Elon
AI for
Musk.
you.
Elon Musk wins U.S. Space Force contract for Starshield.
Well,
Yeah,
he
I know
did.
Yeah, right.
I know he said he's going up to bring the American astronauts back, isn't he?
Well, he
next year.
did. Yeah, because NASA chose SpaceX to do it over Boeing,
I wonder
Which-
why.
which they should have because SpaceX is far
Yeah.
past Boeing when it comes to the space shit.
Well, the last thing you
there's-
need is to go into outer space and the door fall off.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, whether you like Elon or not, SpaceX has made tremendous
Of course it
strides, and they're far past fucking what NASA's doing anymore.
He's done a lot of good stuff, but
Oh, yeah.
recently he's just gone a bit nuts.
Well, I'm not talking about him.
yeah.
I'm talking about just the company itself. Put him out of the equation. SpaceX is far more advanced than even NASA is at this point. They've surpassed NASA in almost every way. I mean, they've launched more rockets in the last 5 years than NASA has in their entire history.
That is to be seen. Things to come, Coquette.
I mean, I mean, they're literally launching a rocket out of Florida. It seems like every other day at some point, at some times.
I think tomorrow or Friday,
Yeah.
the
But that's
the
them
capsule
rockets that he's
return-
launching are just delivering Paul's Ritz biscuits.
Yeah.
the Starliner capsule is returning to New Mexico either tomorrow night or Friday night at about 9 p.m. New Mexico time.
Like, you remember how bulky the NASA spacesuits were, right? How just incredibly bulky they were. You should see the ones that SpaceX has designed.
Oh,
I mean, they look like a
and-
spacesuit from a fucking movie.
and
Like
the
really
space-
thin and just really mobile and able to move around in them real easy.
I
Nothing
heard
like the old NASA ones.
I heard the SpaceX suits and the NASA suits, the newer versions, they're not compatible with each other.
Yeah, but at this point, NASA is using SpaceX as a crutch.
Yeah.
Because the thing is SpaceX has so much more money getting dumped into it. And they're making way more strides than NASA is anymore. And so NASA is kind of holding SpaceX's pocket now.
Maybe Cool Cat.
Because see, the thing is NASA is not technically a government agency. It's not even a government agency. It's publicly funded by taxpayer money. But unfortunately, Congress doesn't give them a whole lot of money every year. They get maybe $1 billion, $1.5 billion. Well, the cost of doing space shit is way more than that. It's not a lot of money. Where
Do you agree,
SpaceX
Dominic?
is getting multiple billions a month poured into it.
You guys have a space agency, don't you, Dominic?
Yep.
Australia? Are you guys launching stuff into space or what?
In South Australia they are, yeah.
Or is it satellites?
Well, a lot of
I don't know. I don't know the exact terminology, but there is one. Yeah, it's in South Australia. Woomera.
Yeah.
Even
Even the
Woomera in
UK
South
has a
Australia is
space
the name of the
rocket launch
place.
pad.
Yeah.
Now, if the UK has one, then Australia is definitely going to have one.
Yeah.
Well, and all the
It's
European
in the middle of nowhere.
and all the space
yeah.
agencies around the world, I mean, they all work hand in hand with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the guys, astronauts, because there's a lot of European countries that have so-called space agencies, but they don't really have the means of getting their guys into space. So what they do is they send them to NASA, and they train with NASA, and they become astronauts through NASA as an international co-op.
Yeah.
And each country will send a few guys, some of their brightest scientists in those fields.
I think there's one country that does not always cooperate with NASA.
David, you're getting pretty good at
China.
backing up them things.
Yeah.
China
I've
doesn't
played this game
always
for
work
ages.
with NASA.
There are some European countries that have now started launching their own rockets, but they're still not on that same level because they don't have as much money to pump into it.
Well, when it's maiden flight, I'm definitely not going on it because it'll end up like the Starship Titanic and the Cybermen will take over.
Mark, have you been watching Doctor Who
I'll get on
again?
there. They'll shut the door, and then my phone will ring up to Laura.
I
Wait,
don't
what's
want to
that
worry
ring?
you, Andrew, but although there was a Doctor Who episode of it, it was taken from Douglas Adams' book Starship Titanic.
Yeah. Great book, that.
Well, and that's
I'm a
why I
big fan-
find it.
big fan of Douglas Adams.
That's why I find it funny too that a lot of these companies over here get into it with Elon Musk because he's pretty much the only. It's a very small pond of people that can get your satellites up to space for you.
Justin, you
got
have
a big pool over
here. Excuse me, Justin, you have a message from Cool Cat in the chat.
Okay. What do you say? Not at my computer.
You've got to remember that NASA used to have to use the Space Center in Ukraine.
Yes, but
Well, like I said, it's a co-op between a lot of countries.
the co-op, as Justin calls it,
It's
between Russia and America for this the International Space Station stuff is the best cooperation that Russia and America have ever done.
Right, because a lot of their scientists, as far as the space stuff went, they tried to keep the political shit out of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they do get hemmed in by their own governments at that point. But you think any
Yes.
of those Russian astronauts really want to leave those guys up there if they had the
No.
ability to go get them? No, because they're all in that group together. It's a special group of people, you know.
Oh yeah.
They
It's
don't.
You don't
It's an
spend that
elite-
much time together and not become friends.
Justin,
Right.
it's an elite little circle.
Right. I'm sure if those Russian astronauts had the ability to get in that rocket and go up there, they'd do it in a heartbeat. Like but they're getting hemmed in by their government, unfortunately.
So would Dominic go up there if
Yep.
he had the opportunity?
Fuck, dude, I'd go up to
I'm
space
in.
if I had the opportunity.
I'd jump.
I'm in.
Oh hell, that's a one in a lifetime achievement right there. Why not?
He's
I mean,
South. Cool cat. He is South African.
Well,
My neighbor's husband. His brother went to school with Elon Musk.
he was, but he immigrated to the U.S. when he was real young. He's definitely more American. At the end of the day.
He's not more American. He's more America.
American.
Well, I mean, he's definitely all about America and American type thinking, though. He's not.
David,
He doesn't really.
are you pushing a truck, David?
Now I'm parking up.
No. I thought you were going to start pushing the blue truck.
Tomorrow
No.
in Port Huron, there will be mostly sunny weather with a high of 82 degrees
What I've done,
and a
I've
low of
parked so
60.
close to him to piss him off, because if you look behind him, there's another truck.
I don't have an issue with Elon. David don't like him. I don't have a problem with him. I actually
My
like
issue
Elon.
is with him lately. You
I
know,
ju- I-
he's got a lot of
as
good
far as-
stuff, but lately
no-
he's just gonna be.
As far as billionaires go, I would trust him over any other billionaire in the world.
He does
If
have
I
a
had to do
few.
business with him.
He does have a few controversial comments, but I mean, what billionaire doesn't?
Who doesn't these days? Everything's controversial now.
I'm
Well,
offended
that's-
by that.
You have an opinion that differs from everybody, you're controversial.
No,
What?
I'm offended that you think I'm controversial for having a different opinion to you on this.
Paul, how old?
He's
is
waiting
the-
for his printer.
How old is the printer you have?
I don't
Minus
know.
1 hour.
Hell, I can't remember tomorrow, you know?
Andrew,
Can't
we
remember
can answer this
tomorrow.
question simply.
Who wants to know?
It's minus
Andrew.
1 hour.
I was
'cause
just,
the new printer hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, we got 50 minutes
Just
on the
thinking.
original schedule.
Cool cat is just twisting you, Justin.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying I don't have an issue with him.
He's
I don't like a
tweaking-
lot. I mean, I hate most billionaires. Like Jeff Bezos, dickhead.
Yeah.
Complete
Cool
ass.
cat is tweaking your niblets.
Bill Gates, don't get me started on that weirdo.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on
He's-
him, I tell you.
You know
He
what?
is
He's done a lot of good
strange.
for charity, but he's still an asshole.
Yeah.
What he's doing to Windows, he can fuck right off, right?
Yeah, that's what put
I
me
don't
off.
even think he
I
has
don't care
anything.
what he's done for charity.
He's
Forcing auto updates on me, fuck off.
No, because I don't even think he has anything to do with Windows
I
or
know.
Microsoft anymore, does he?
No.
he,
don't know,
he's-
but
he
Justin,
still
do you
does have a
honestly
stake.
think that would be the reason I didn't like him, just because he's forced auto updates on me.
No, I'm kind of curious now. I think he doesn't even.
I thought he still had a stake, and that's how he's still making
Oh,
money.
I'm sure he gets royalties, but I don't think he actually
Yeah,
runs the
he
company.
still has part of it, but he's not in the big running of it.
You're not in the board. On the
There's,
board.
there's other people pulling strings.
But as David said, well, I'm adding on
Okay,
to
so-
it. He's a rich asshole.
It says the short answer is no. In fact, Bill Gates now has less influence over Microsoft than any other time in the company's history. Bill Gates founded Microsoft in 1975. So yeah, he hasn't really been involved with the company. Well, he stepped down as CEO until in 2000, but he continued as the chairman of the board until 2014. Then he hasn't been really involved with the company since.
That's 10 years.
But I'm sure he still gets like royalties and shit.
Yeah.
Obviously. Golden handshake.
He probably still has stock in Microsoft.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, I mean,
that would
he'd
be he's probably paid in stock.
if Microsoft is still making a lot of money, he's probably still has stock at Microsoft, so he can make more money off of it.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure he hadn't really done anything with them in a long time.
TJ!
There he
Hey!
is.
Welcome back.
Oh God.
No, no. That's funny.
We didn't even say anything.
I know. I know. I'm just like coming on and laughing and just saying shit. That's funny.
So what you mean to say is that this is not a genuine laugh and it's not genuinely funny. You're just doing it to wind us up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Right, I'm on board with this. Continue.
Well, Elon took the top spot for richest billionaire again.
Good.
251 billion.
Well,
It's current.
Bill Gates, Warren Buffett are on the top, near the top of the list.
Buffett is number 7 and Gates is number 9.
Oh, they've dropped.
Bernard Arnault is number 2. I don't know who that is.
Yes,
Jeff Bezos
Dusty.
is number 3. See, Jeff Bezos, he was a lot closer to Elon's wealth, but when he got divorced, he had to give her like, what was it, 60 or 70 billion? Something crazy amount of that number. He had to give his ex-wife.
That's what happens when he didn't have a prenup.
Oh, I
You know
mean, fuck,
what?
it didn't hurt his wealth at the end of the day.
Jeff
Motherfucker.
would be a lot richer if he stopped sending me crap and then giving me vouchers to fucking cover up for it. I'm taking his wealth bit by bit.
Yes, Dusty. TJ is on break.
That's
Yes,
right.
TJ.
I don't know.
I got
Michael,
my
Bill,
pizza.
Bill Gates
Ooh.
is very much hated over in the U.S. I'll tell you that. People do not like Bill Gates here.
But he has done tons for the HIV/AIDS.
Yeah, but there's also a
in
lot
Africa.
of there's also a lot of conspiracies around Bill Gates too, and that's why a lot of people
Oh.
don't like him. Now, whether those are true or not, I'm not digging into that. I'm just saying there's a lot of shit that said that the charities he's done was just to funnel money. So I don't know.
If we want to go down the conspiracy tree,
There's a lot about Bill Gates.
let's
me
look
let you
at,
into a little
let's look
secret.
at Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Let me let you into a little secret. There is a reason why all these rich billionaires donate money to charity. It ain't because they're interested in charity. It's because they can write it off as a tax cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't cost them
right
anything.
across the world.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they. Yeah, but a tax cut is just a tax cut. It doesn't mean that you get all that money back from the government.
No,
No,
You're not going to
but
give
you
$1 billion
write-
to charity
What?
and then get $1 billion back. That's not how it works.
But you more or less does. If you donate $1 billion, right? You write off $1 billion of profit. Yeah, you don't have to pay tax on that $1 billion.
Right, but that's what I'm saying is he's not really getting it back though.
That's
just
why
getting-
this is why our owners of Preston North End Football Club put in £6 million a year. They're not interested in saving the club and making it. Yeah, they're just interested in being able to write that tax off against another business that probably makes more money.
That there is my 50-foot
Oh Jesus Christ! Your
cable
mic just went-
extension.
Your mic just got
Whoa.
really loud.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wow.
Holy
shit.
hell!
Yeah,
Oh,
even I
I'm
can
a-
enjoy
What's
it.
that?
Your mic
Turn
got
down
really
the
high.
So, TJ, what weird combination are we having for dinner today?
Well, I just polished off my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now I'm onto my oatmeal, my applesauce.
Peanut butter jelly
With
time.
his little kid spoon too. Look at him. His little plastic spork he put in his lunch pail.
Who eats
I bet
sauce on it?
I bet he has a little like Ninja Turtle lunchbox or something. Dude.
No, it's actually like just a regular like one of these lunch boxes.
Oh man, I could have totally seen you with like a Dora Explorer lunch pail.
No. Justin.
I mean, if
Yeah.
we eat applesauce, pork sauce,
And he opens it backwards.
Yeah, because so that way you don't.
He's got a
Yeah,
method
that's
to
just-
his madness.
yeah, they don't spray
Bless
you
you.
applesauce when
So-
you open.
God bless you.
Damn.
Good God, TJ.
Did you
No,
get any on you?
I hope not.
Did your mustache tickle your nose again?
I think so. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I would have figured he would have had a squeezable Go-Gurt too, Dusty.
Yeah.
A bunch of little kids snacks like a Lunchable or something. I can't hate on Lunchables though. I'll fuck up a pizza Lunchable.
Yeah, I love a Lunchable. Those things are awesome.
Look at the way he's looking at that banana. He's like, yeah, I'm not sticking that thing in my mouth. I'm not making that mistake.
Oh, it reminds me, I've still got 3 bananas left in the kitchen.
God, it makes me so nervous when he eats and giggles. One day you're gonna hear him. And we're gonna have to watch him slowly die on a live stream because we can't help him. I can't virtually slap him through the camera.
A virtual Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah, here we go.
There we go.
Yeah, like peanut on Jeff Dunham.
That's funny.
Couldn't do anything. I
Mark,
Kill
you.
Pretty good.
I
That's
think-
funny.
I think Mark remembers. I kill you.
Silence. I kill you. Or in TJ's case, silence. I laugh at you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love you.
Game of cyber terror and changed it to,
That's
I
funny.
delete you.
He literally is eating the same exact combination he had yesterday.
TJ, TJ, that's the t-shirt
No, we had
you
a
need to print out. Get made up.
That's
No,
funny.
and he's eating it in the same exact order too.
Yeah.
He had his yesterday. He had his sandwich. He had his applesauce, his banana.
What
and
do
then
we
his
got?
Nutty Buddy.
What do we got?
We had a nut of butter yesterday.
What is
Today
it?
he's
Hey,
got
these things are awesome. I
It's
love these damn
here.
things.
No, this is the old one.
Oh, go Office Space it outside.
Yeah.
Outside.
But send these peanuts
I
and
love
launch
doing
it
that.
out. Right, TJ,
David.
get your face done in cartoon format. Yeah, silhouetted onto a t-shirt with "That's funny" printed on.
Oh yeah.
Wait, are you
That's
saying?
funny.
Are you saying Laura wants one, David?
I didn't say nothing like that. I don't know. These guys got this thing about, me saying I'm buying Laura a new computer, buying Laura this, and buying Laura that. Laura wants this, Laura wants that. Pack it in.
We said
Right.
we said if you won the lottery.
Hold on, here we go. Ready? This is what Paul needs to do.
Yeah. I've done it a couple of times.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Why?
No.
Back up in your ass with the resurrection. Is the group harder than an erection that shows no affection? They wanna
Oh my God, I love this movie.
cause it's diabolical.
Fat.
Right, I'm sorry, that is not
Yeah.
what he needs to do. He needs to
No.
make
That
a
movie-
compound of thermite, put it inside, chuck a bit of magnesium in and light it.
Oh, just go get some little sparklers. You shave enough off of there, you can thermite right through the damn thing. Dude, I lit. We took about 1,000 of those, and not the little ones. These big ass, like 2 foot long ones. These big industrial sparklers.
Oh yeah.
What I want to call industrial size ones.
Yeah.
And we took about 1,000 of them, taped them together, and stuck them in a pipe, and put it in the middle of my old boss's backyard. And we lit it, and it literally burnt. It melted the pipe completely, and burnt a big ass hole in the middle of his yard. And
Is
it
he
was so
pissed?
bright too. No, he's the one that wanted us to do it. He went and bought like $2,000 worth of fireworks, and it came with like 1,000 of these damn sparklers. These big ass.
Who
ones.
was who was this?
My old boss? But these sparklers were about a foot and a half long, and they were really thick. And
Oh
so,
yeah, I remember them. I remember them.
not the little ones you buy at the store that come in a little
Right,
box. These
right,
were
the
huge
big-
ones.
The big long one.
Yeah, and we stuck about I'm not even joking. It was about 1,000 of them, and we all got them together and we duct taped it, and then we shoved it into a big launching pipe that he had for the fireworks, and it literally got so hot it melted the top of the pipe, and it left
Oh,
a
so you lit-
big ass
so-
burn mark in the middle of his yard.
So you lit the sparklers and put them in a thing and then shot them off.
No, sparklers are those little things you hold in your hand that make the little sparkles.
Yeah.
But if you they have, what is it, thermite or magnesium in them, small amounts.
I think
Yeah.
a bit of both.
But if you put enough of them together, you can
Yeah,
literally melt metal.
Amplify it.
And that's what we did. And it literally melted the whole top of the tube, and it left this big ass burn mark in his front yard. And it was so bright, dude. When we lit the first few of them, and then it caught on and went across all of them. Oh my God, it was like the sun came out.
Oh
It
wow.
got so bright. His whole backyard was lit the hell up for a good 30 seconds when it first caught on. Yeah, it was crazy.
You can burn the back of your retinas with that.
Andrew, is it like really windy or something at your house? Because I could see like trees or something like dancing in the background.
Yeah,
Through
it's
your
It's
the
the way
doors.
the sun's. Yeah, it is breezy out.
No.
It's just breezy.
Or maybe somebody with a big afro is standing outside your window just.
Nope. I know. I would have gotten
Dusty.
notifications.
If I have to
Oh,
see
yeah.
those cables under Paul's desk again, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Man, that was crazy this morning. I was like, what?
Dude,
You're gonna
if
drive
you-
over there.
So he
Oh my
showed us underneath his desk one day about, I don't know, this is about a year and a half ago. He has about 7 or 8, and I'm not exaggerating. He has about 7 or 8 power strips that are all daisy chained.
Yeah, that is.
That's
And
the
then they
way.
go into one plug in the wall. And he's got every one of them filled with something.
Good idea.
I don't know how he doesn't blow a fucking breaker, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
Putting that much load on one fucking plug.
That's insane.
Because like I said, I'm not even kidding. He had about 8 of them all daisy chained together, and every single one of them had something in it. They were completely full of shit plugged into them. From all the computers and the TV and all his lights, his desk lights, and all the shit he had plugged in. He had every one of the things full, and then they went into one single plug into the wall.
And then he had dust everywhere, and
Hey, Justin,
What?
you think it was a little bit dusty? This was over there where the printer was.
A little
oh
bit.
my god,
Yeah,
Oh my
just a
God.
bit.
that's a lot of dust.
Yeah, you
It's a
ruined
little
that duster
dusty.
in one shot.
You know what? It might get a signal now.
I took it down. It's sitting over here. Maybe I should dust it off too, huh?
Yeah, the dust's probably stopping the Wi-Fi signal.
Give it to
Yeah.
somebody. They might be able to get it working. Let somebody have it.
Printer's here.
Shit, that was a lot quicker than the 907, the 707 you said, or 907 my time.
Thank you. You too.
Paul
Ah,
gypped him.
how's
Paul
that for
gypped,
technology?
Okay.
Paul
We
gypped him
saw
on
him
the tip.
order
On
it, and we were still on the
Okay.
live stream when he got
Okay.
it received.
and Paul gypped him on the tip too.
Okay. The question is, who's going to help Paul set up printer?
So did you guys?
Fortunately, I got things to do, so I'll see
Yeah.
y'all later.
Yeah, we're gonna drop off. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, my computer's just about to turn itself
They're
off.
they're calling me back to work already.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna leave
go.
TJ here by himself with him.
Yeah.
TJ's gonna be like 3 hours late from getting back from his lunch.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I was
Like,
helping him set up his new printer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stress-free printing my ass, not with Paul.
Uh,
they're smaller than they used to be, Justin.
That's what it said on the box. It said stress-free printing.
Yeah,
That's not a term you mix with Paul Murray.
stress free, easy. You know.
Yeah. Send it back as misleading.
It's an easy printer.
and easy
Or how does TJ call it? Easy peasy.
easy.
Easy peasy. Yeah. Was it easy as pie, DJ?
Easy
Michael's
pie,
talking to you.
Can
Dominic.
we make a complaint against trading standards?
Yeah, misleading label.
No, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that. I'll have a look. I'll
I
keep
love
an
when
eye
people
out.
over here say, I'll call the Better Business Bureau. Call the motherfuckers. It's not even a government agency. It's just a private organization that was
Oh.
set up by businesses to rate themselves.
Late night devil.
Ooh.
Yeah, ours is, and it's backed up by the Consumer Protection Act.
We have a consumer protection, but you're not going to call them up and complain about one item, and they're not going to send an agent out to go look at it. They'll just take a report, and if they get enough
well,
reports
That's what they
about
do
one
over
item,
here. They take a report and then when they get enough, then they take action.
that's what they would do over here as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Then
the
that's
we
when they
have-
would like force recalls and stuff like that on products.
well,
yeah,
the
but we
la-
have a distance selling regulations of 1981, revised in 87, 2012, 15, and 17. And then we've
Now-
also got the Consumer Rights Act of 2015.
Now, don't open those cartridges, Paul, until you look in the printer because there may be some already in there. So don't open them until you actually look inside first.
I'm pretty sure there is not, Justin.
Well, just to be sure, because you got a 3 free month ink thing with that. So they might have
there's
gave him
Generally,
extra.
you don't put the cartridges in until the last minute.
there is a program, I believe it comes with, where you automatically get refills, can get refills
Yeah.
every month.
Basically,
Like I
Every
said,
other
just
month.
double check before you open them.
They just
Because
want you
for
to
all you
sign
know,
up
that
to
could be another set they gave you with it.
It's called HP Plus.
Because
a
I have
program.
had printers where they do have the cartridges already in there, and you pop them out, and there's a little tab you peel off of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dominic,
Never had that.
Cool Cat said check Rito movies.
Yeah, all Epsons have that.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's normally an Epson thing.
I
Yeah,
don't
because I've
know.
only bought HP recently.
I love HP printers.
You do?
Well, like I said,
sorry,
just
but
My
Epson
family's
and Canon are the
had-
best.
My family's had like 3 or 4 over the years.
Well, the only reason I picked this one is that this is the one David said to get.
Hell no, I did not.
oh, there we go.
I
What's up,
think
Jody?
I've got 7 Epson printers.
I'm not taking no blame on this one.
But
David told me to get this. Anything goes wrong, it's David's fault.
Jody, Paul bought a new printer.
He tried the cable, I guess, earlier, and it didn't work, Jody. I don't know.
Paul?
Yeah,
If it goes wrong with it, speak to my lawyer. I don't have one, so you'll be speaking to yourself.
Mhm.
I almost dropped it.
Hey, Mark, did you see what happened today? The when they were reading the final report for Grenfell, which has literally blasted every fucker and blamed them all.
Yeah.
While they were doing that, London Fire Brigade were tackling another tower block fire.
Right.
Started on the
Oh.
8th floor and went up to the 12th.
Jody, you're
Oh.
in Michigan, bro. Just go to Paul's house and you can probably help clean out his house for him. Just
Jody,
take a fucking drive up there, bro.
Bedtime.
Jody, you're within a few hours of Paul. I mean, that's easier than.
I would say that's what I'd say. I'd just drive up there and
That's
I'd go through
cheaper.
Paul's house for him and be like, "Do you want this? Do you need this? I'll take that."
It could be cheap.
Come
How
on.
far away does Jody live from Paul?
I don't know. He's in Michigan though. I just don't know where he lives.
About
at.
3 hours.
That's not a bad drive though.
I'm saying Paul's probably got a lot of junk electronics in there that Jody might want.
Me driving.
Yeah, I'll be right over.
Now, how do I?
You should go up there though, for real.
How do
Jody.
you what?
How do I check my cartridges?
Ask someone
Okay,
else.
you've got a quick start guide in there. Read that, and it'll tell you how to do it.
Usually in the
There's
front.
going to be a couple things of plastic you have to take off first before you can open it.
He already took the plastic off of it, I
Okay.
think. Usually it's the front door pops open and you'll be able to see inside.
No, and on all-in-one, it's usually the lid. The lid has two lids. The first
what-
one for the scanner bed, and the second one to get down inside the printer itself.
Oh,
There's the
mine,
second-
my all-in-one wasn't like that. I had
The
to pop
second
the
one
door
you-
out.
The second one you pull up and you can see the cartridges.
See, my all-in-one, when I would pull the little door, the little flap down where the paper would rest on when it would come out of the printer, there was a little door and you'd pop it open on the front and then you would reach in. And that's the way Sarah's mom's all-in-one is too.
Oh,
Yo.
It's a little, I don't know, they could all be different. Mine was HP and so was her mom's.
yeah, mine's what's it? Epsom.
Yeah, it's got all that blue tape on it first. You got to take off.
Well, here's what I'm trying to figure out is
No,
see
that's-
the top is closed.
No, that's for a copy and,
That's for cop. That's the scanner side.
okay,
Paul.
open the
There's a
front.
further one.
I can, hold
It
on,
should
hold on.
pull up.
If it's like my HP and Sarah's HP, Sarah's mom's HP,
Hey,
there's gonna be a door on the front where the paper feeds out after it prints.
Let me
There's a
see.
little flap that comes down.
So it should, I don't need that to be up, right?
I don't know what you're looking at.
You have to open for the cartridge to see the
Hey.
cartridges to see if there's
Come on.
cartridges in it.
Oh yeah, the cartridge. There's where the cartridges go. Okay.
If it's cardboard,
Push it
then
down
no,
and
there's
push it
Yep,
not.
in.
see, it's just like mine. Yeah, it's got the little door in the front.
You got that's a 2 cartridge printer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you just pop it.
One
I
black
got
and
2
one
cartridges. It
One
doesn't.
black, one
which-
3 colors. Yeah.
That
should be marked.
black and then tricolor.
Paul, that should be black and tricolor.
I hate that.
CMY.
As soon as one of your colors is empty, then the rest
But
of
again,
it, even if there's
You're
still
probably going to
full-
use more black ink than you
I'm
are
trying to
every
figure
other
out which cartridge is which.
Usually
It
black,
should say on it.
It
usually
should s-
black goes on left, color goes on right, but it depends. It should
Oh
say
yeah,
somewhere
color on
there.
left. Here it is.
Yeah. Black on right.
See here?
Yes,
Yeah,
there's your
there you
little
go.
thing.
Use a
HP
separate-
67.
Just
color.
just follow the instruction
ma-
the
ma-
picture
make
instructions,
sure-
Paul. You might be all right.
Make
There
sure
should be
you
a there
take
should
out.
be a quick start guide in the instruction manual.
Make
and
sure
it'll
you
tell
pull
you how
out
to-
all the tape that you have to.
There's
At
a-
the
yeah.
back of
About,
the book.
usually about 12
Oh,
to
for
15
fuck's sake.
pieces of tape
Okay.
there.
Let's just cut to the chase here. At the back of the book, right at the very back, there's a phone number for USA customer support. Go and give them the hassle. They make the
David,
darn
they're
thing.
Okay, when you open the cartridge, there's usually a little flap, a little piece of tape. It looks like a little flap. Peel that off and then pop the cartridge in.
Yep.
And then once you get it open, there should be an orange piece and just peel that off.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
It's a little
Okay.
tab. It looks like a little tab.
I got the one cartridge in.
It
Now I gotta put
covers
the
the
black
cartridge in.
in. They snap in, right? 'Cause they-
Yeah.
Yes. Once you
Yeah.
hear that, if you hear a click, that means it's in.
Okay.
What do you
Yeah,
do with
and then-
snap?
Well, that's what I said, Jody. You should go up to Paul's, and he probably got a bunch of old shit he would like wouldn't mind getting rid of.
Yeah,
Which
you
is
should
still in
drive
Paul-
up there and
which
you
are
go to
still
Paul's
built in
garage-
box. Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay, I take this off.
nice weather, TJ.
Oh
see
yeah,
what you're doing?
it's hotter than
Yeah.
hell
Yes,
here.
peel that off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
It's
thought
like
it was
90
mid-
something degrees.
There
Yep.
you go.
Oh,
And then
I
pop
thought
it
it'd
in.
be cooler there.
I hope it gets cooler.
That
if it needs
protects
to.
that protects the ink cartridge head
Yeah.
that feeds the ink.
Now, if you go to Paul's and go into his garage, on the far left-hand side, top shelf, is a piece of the meteorite that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Jody, that's better
has
said
everything.
than done.
Dude, I'm telling you, when
Plus,
Dre started mentioning drivers, I was like, yo, I gotta go. It's like,
Yeah, I'm out.
you gotta go on the
Put
Dr-
paper
uh,
in.
So
Jody,
now,
because you gotta go on the
certain
device manager and update the drivers through there. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Jody, I know certain aged HP printers do not work well with Windows 10 or 11.
Oh, I feel so much better now that I ate.
Oh, good to hear. Good to
who
hear.
did you eat?
Food.
Put paper in it, Paul.
All right, I'll see you guys in the morning.
I don't know where the paper
Bye,
goes.
TJ.
Good night.
Oh, crap.
There should be a
It should
flap
the
at the
bottom.
front.
It should be
There'll be a drawer. at the
square piece.
Little flap, and you pull it out. Or the paper goes in the back, and there's a flip. You have to flip it up.
It either goes in the top.
Yeah, you
or
just
goes in
slide
the
it
front.
down in the back there.
This is the front.
Okay,
No.
look behind.
Doesn't it have a paper tray?
That
Yeah,
the paper
back.
tray in the back.
Oh,
is
up
where
here?
You put your
Yeah,
paper in there,
put the paper in there.
Okay.
and then when it prints out, it will feed out where you put the cartridges in.
Yeah.
That's where it will come out of.
Oh, mine has
I
a
think it's got
drawer.
two paper trays, one on the top, one on the bottom.
I
Usually-
don't know, Jody.
Did his other printer say Comcast? I don't know. I didn't even see. I thought it was a HP.
It's an
Yeah.
HP.
Comcast is his internet, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Comcast has cable and internet.
yeah,
You're
I
gonna
know.
Get,
Yeah, it was
get all
definitely
the
an
tape off first.
It was definitely an HP because it was a 7800 series.
Yeah, my neighbor had that the printer that Paul has for his old printer.
Dude, there was one that was an all-in-one that was like half the price of that one.
I
the
had a
same 3 free ink thing and everything. I was trying to get him to get that one. 'Cause that
I'm
one
gonna
was
go put it in
$5.
place and turn it on and see what happens, huh?
Take all the tape off
should
it.
if you plug it in and don't get power, then there's a problem.
Don't what?
Nothing. Just go plug it in.
Just plug it in.
I should
Yeah,
take it
I'm
over to
gonna-
where I'm gonna keep it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, plug it in. Hopefully the step
Oh,
by
it's not near as heavy as the other one.
Hopefully the
We
step by
we
step
should be finished by
instructions.
10 o'clock.
Well, hopefully them step by step instructions are pretty basic.
He has to go into settings on the computer, go to add printer.
Because
Yeah, but
mine,
then
I
that-
had to download an app and then scan a QR code and all that shit.
Or he has
If
to
it
go into
doesn't play,
HP.
just plug that lead he's got into it, and the computer should find it.
Yeah, it should.
I don't know if
Should.
this one came with a cable. Certain ones don't anymore, for some reason. Yeah, I don't know if it's a thing they want to make money off it.
Let's put it this way: it'll be the easiest method if it works. So try it.
Oh, Jody, I'm sure if I was there, I could have got that printer up and running in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm sure if any of us were there, we could have got that printer running in 5 minutes.
Mm.
Even if it was a
If
driver issue, I could have downloaded the drivers and had them went to device manager and
If-
put them in within
if
5
Justin
minutes.
could have taken control of Paul's computer, he would have.
Well, what I'm saying is that drivers are not hard to install. It's just Paul does not understand device manager and all that other crap.
Because
That
you
would have
could have
confused
done
the
it.
fuck out of him.
You could have done it quicker than I could.
He could have had Sam connect to his computer like he usually does and sort it out for him.
There's certain things you can't do when you remote access though. Like if you're trying to download a program and it asks you for administrative permission, it will actually cut the remote
Joey.
access out, and you have to give that you have to give that permission yourself.
Yeah,
Then it will
we-
allow the remote access to
we
take
know-
back over.
We know, Jody.
If you have to go into somebody's BIOS, you cannot do that through remote access. You have to literally walk somebody through it, or have them call you on the phone and have their phone camera up to show you.
Jody, I think
Hello.
Jody wants his old printer.
Well, it was open, so yeah.
Are you getting that vibe too, Justin?
Well, that's why I said it. I bet if Jody drove up there, dude, he probably could help Paul clean out a lot of shit out of his garage and stuff that he don't want.
Jody, it's only 3 short hours.
I'm not even joking either. Like Paul's got a lot of shit he said he wanted to get rid of. Just random junk he's got in the garage and in his basement and everything
Yeah,
else.
what a car boot sale that would be.
It should. The problem should
Actually,
not be
Mark,
the
I've got
BIOS,
a better
though.
idea.
The BIOS not the problem.
Mark, I've got a better idea. We'll contact the BBC and send the Cash in the Attic team in.
Yeah.
They'd have a heart attack.
Say
Ta-da! It printed this.
that means it's working. It prints.
Okay, so now I should be able to pull up something and tell it to print it, right?
Only if you've connected it to your Wi-Fi system.
Yes.
Well, the little blue light was flashing out there, but then it stopped.
Yeah, we'll
It's not going to auto connect though.
Yeah, it won't auto connect because it needs your password.
What
Exactly.
password?
Your
Your
Wi-Fi
pass-
password.
What?
You know that when you connect to
Wi-Fi
your
password.
internet, you know that little password it has you put in.
No.
It,
Should be on the router.
You'll have to go into the settings on the printer, find
Yeah,
the
it'll
network,
be on the router.
it says
find the network connection, get it to connect to your network, put your network password in, and then it will see your computer.
it
Not
might
or
have-
just
it might
run
have
the damn.
WPS on it though.
Either that or just run the damn cable you got.
You
Just
push
put
the,
it on that
push the
cable.
2 buttons and it'll find it.
He's only
You need
printing
a-
from his computer anyway, so just run it with the cable you have
Justin,
to
you
it.
need a long cable for that.
He has a 50-foot
Long
printer
cable.
cable.
No.
He has a 50-foot printer cable with a repeater on it.
Loading paper,
just
did
bought it
that.
yesterday.
Loaded the cartridge, did that.
His old
Well,
printer wasn't working with
The
it,
Next
but
time I go and see my
Why?
therapist,
Work.
and
there's
take
no
it as
point in going
Steve
wireless if
Travis.
he's just using the same damn computer to print stuff. It's not a big deal.
Oh.
Just connect it manually.
Justin,
Hardwire.
we almost have a volunteer to visit Paul.
Come on, Edward.
His name is Edward.
Edward, if you're the closest, go over and help
Yes.
Paul.
You don't pay compensation.
Like I said, just to make it simple and easy, just take that damn cable you have and hardwire it. You don't need to go wireless. You're not printing from
Well,
your phone and stuff.
except it goes across the floor and across the carpeting, you know?
Like all the rest of your cables under your desk.
Right. 2 things first. One,
Like those
he
cables.
hasn't installed these drivers, and I'm now leaving. And 2, he will need to connect it to Wi-Fi.
Hello, Edward.
Because of Mia. Can't have Mia traipsing around that cable.
Most likely Mia's not going to be playing or chewing on that cable.
You don't know.
She's older.
I don't think
I've got to keep cables out of the way because I've got cats that
Yeah.
destroy cables.
Tim
My
got
cats don't
Aussie
mess with their
like-
cables.
But Dominic, his cat may try to take apart the cable.
Fortunately,
No.
mine doesn't attack
I've
cable.
already had 2 destroyed in the last couple of months.
Yeah,
Just
and,
Yeah,
go-
our cats
and
don't
Tim's
screw with
cat does
cables
not
either.
destroy cables, they destroy
Mm.
printers.
Somebody suggested Tim put tinfoil around them because cats don't like it or something.
Yeah, but do you really want to tinfoil every piece of wire you have in your house? That'd be fucking
No,
Yes.
but
stupid looking.
if it saves you how many $100?
It costs you how many $100 to buy the tinfoil?
Exactly.
I wouldn't sit in tinfoil on my cables.
Yeah,
But I don't have an
it's-
issue with my cats doing that. Our cats don't screw
You
with
see, the
cables
problem
like
with
Jody,
tinfoil on cables is that tinfoil is, what's the word? Oh yeah, it conducts electricity.
Yeah.
And also, right, as Tim already found out, using tin foil doesn't work.
See, Paul, you need to invite Edward and Jody up there and then let them go through all your old junk that you don't want and let them clear some junk out for you.
His junk closet.
Yeah.
And then you'd have enough money to buy someone to come and do your printing for you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find something that I can print.
Actually, Paul just did a couple of good yard sales one week and he'd probably make a few $100.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of shit like cooking,
might-
just cooking stuff he doesn't use.
For thousands.
Okay, so the printer says, let me screen share this.
Printer says, see you all tomorrow.
Okay.
But see, it says up here, the printer is one note for,
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Paul,
well,
left
you've
click.
got to change the printer.
Okay, left click.
You still got it attached to your old printer.
Yeah.
Scroll up.
No, the printer's
Add
not
a
off.
printer.
Add a printer. Left click.
now what?
Try again. Obviously,
you
it
left-
didn't,
Did you
it
left
didn't
click?
recognize it.
Did you left click add printer?
And where's it? Oh, here?
Right.
No, under
When you
pro,
Go
where
to
it says
one,
OneNote for
where it
Windows
says
10.
OneNote. Click that. Click
Okay.
OneNote.
No. Paul, have you connected it via the cable? Or via
No,
Wi-Fi?
he doesn't want to do it by cable.
Okay. You need to go to the printer. Right? And on the printer, there's a button. You press the button. The light will flash blue. You then press the same button on your router somewhere, normally on the back, and they will communicate.
Yeah, there should be a
with each other and
WPS setup.
Do I want do I want, here's the
That's it.
choices. My printer is an older one. Nope.
No.
Select a shared printer. Nope. Add a printer using an IP address.
Nope.
Add a Bluetooth, wireless, or network discoverable printer.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the one you want, but you still got to connect the other one to the internet first.
That's even if his router has those buttons. Not all of them have that anymore.
Yeah, they
Because the
might
new-
not have WPS set up.
They
Because-
all have the WPS.
No, they do not. Mine does not have that.
Newer
yours is all.
printers. Newer printers do not all
No-
have. Newer
no.
printers have less
Oh,
buttons.
fuck's sake.
No, not printers, the routers. Newer routers, not all of them have that
Routers.
button anymore.
If you're going to call it something, call it the
Router.
right name. It's a router.
I said
The
printer.
router.
Come on.
A router is what you dig roots out of grounds with.
No, it's
No,
not.
That's a router.
No, that's a router.
No,
I-
a router is a wooden
Yes, I know.
woodworking machine that makes edges.
Let's not confuse this with the plumbing company called Roto-Rooter.
Do I hit refresh?
Say what happens.
I don't know what you're looking at because we're still looking at the same page.
All I see is net
It's
Yeah,
zero.
you
not
didn't
showing
share that
us.
part of the screen.
Okay, hang on.
Just hit. Try cancel.
Paul, I have a one-time
Oh.
offer. All right?
Because I know my router does not have the WPS button anymore. That does not exist on my router.
Paul, one-time offer. Once this live stream's ended, I ring you on Facebook via video call and we get it set up. Because no matter what we do, people are going to keep shouting over and saying, "Don't do this, don't do that, don't do the other." It's a darn printer. They are easy to set up.
Yeah.
Hit cancel. Now click the line right corner.
Huh?
Minimize your window. There's a line symbol. Left.
Left.
No, one over.
Left.
That.
Yes, that one. Left click. Did you left click?
Paul, why is your printer that far away from your computer anyway? Why don't
Because
you
that's
just
the closest countertop I've got.
Probably the nearest socket he's got.
Well, you could get rid of one of the 15 computers you have on your desk.
Well, or I can set it on top of this right over here on the top of this heater that's on the floor.
No,
No,
No.
that's
on a heater.
that's not a good idea.
You don't put anything on here.
It'll dry your
you're-
ink out faster. You can say boom. Boom. It's dry.
And
me-
if his heater goes bad, there goes the printer.
Let me go look and see what it says on the printer right now.
Tim, welcome back to Tech.
Has anyone seen AZ lately?
Yeah, it was in
Yeah.
Someone
was-
sent him a message.
Uncle
and said,
Bill.
all need to connect a printer and be done.
What
He
was
hasn't
he?
even connected it to his Wi-Fi, Tim.
We know this, but every time I try to tell him this and tell him how to do it, people shout over the top and start saying, "No, that don't do that, don't do that."
It might have been
Don't
Uncle
do
Bill.
this, don't do that.
All right.
I can't tell because I can't see the chat in Uncle Bill's when I'm on the panel.
I just told him to hardwire the fucking thing and we would have been done with this by now.
Hmm.
There's no
I
reason to
think
use the
Justin's
Wi-Fi
right.
on it. You
At
literally
this
are
point-
printing from one computer. You're not printing from multiple devices. The wireless feature for him is not necessary. Yeah, he has a printer cable. Just hardwire the bitch and connect it. He'd have been done with it by now.
The little Wi-Fi signal is just flashing.
Yeah, because you're not connected. It.
Hi, Tim.
Now, how do I connect it?
All right,
You
everybody
go-
Is there a
shut.
button that says WPS on it?
I tell you how you connect it. Once this stream's ended, I
Point-
ring you. On a
Well,
video.
why don't you
Uh,
bring me right now and I can take you over to the printer and
Right.
you got my number, don't you?
No, I'm going to ring you on Facebook, so it's a video call.
Oh, how do I do that?
Don't worry.
Hey, Mizzou.
Welcome to Tech Support.
It's
Welcome to technology.
on-
Paul's Tech Corner. There we go, Skyfly.
Where the bloody hell is he now? Give me a minute.
Yeah, technically it should be Tim, but look who we're chatting about.
Yeah, it's easy. Tim can do it.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
New network.
I'm hooked to Wi-Fi, but that hut,
Okay, Paul.
can't-
There's Ron. He's gonna come and
Ah.
help.
Right, Paul. I'm going to mute you a minute, and I'm going to ring you.
okay.
Ron Lockwood, is that you?
Ron is trying to.
We'll go back over this in about 2 months when it disconnects from the internet.
Ron's in Alaska with no signal.
Hmm.
He's on the panel right now.
Oh, he must have come back then.
Ron,
He must have left the island.
you're muted, Ron.
Hold on. Ask to unmute. Ask to start video. He might be, sometimes it locks it where you can't turn your shit on. There you go.
There
Hey,
we go.
Ron. He's come to help.
Hello, Ron.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
5x5.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm on my way home.
All right.
Denver.
So, how was
Awesome.
it?
It was freaking awesome. Just a little under 700 pounds of fish,
Wow.
Nice.
and yeah, had some real close encounters with some whales. Woo.
Awesome.
You have to look at my Facebook. It shows a couple of them.
Just give up, Jody. Just give up.
Ron, just for context, Jody's trying to get Paul's old printer.
I'm trying to get them what?
Trying to
dude.
get Paul to give him his old printer.
Oh.
And we're trying to set up his printer.
Like I said, I feel like the whole wireless thing is more complicated than it needs to be for Paul when he could just hardwire the bitch and be done with it. Because
But
in 2 months, when his damn Wi-Fi connects or he does something to his Wi-Fi, we're gonna be doing this shit all over again.
so
And he doesn't want that cable traipsing across the room. That's the
Then
thing.
you find a different spot for the printer.
how big was the fish that you caught?
The biggest one was just under 50 pounds. We had a couple that were in the 60s, close to 70 pounds. Caught a lot of snap.
So what were they? Cod.
Halibut.
All right.
Ooh.
That's damned expensive fish.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You'll be eating that for a while.
and I can understand why. You got to go in some tough
Well,
conditions.
They're flatfish as well, aren't they? So they bloody hard work to get up.
No, but he has a 50-foot USB cable for the printer he bought off of Amazon yesterday, Tim. It's even got a repeater built into it. All he literally has to do is just plug it in, but he doesn't want it running across the floor. But I mean, that's when you just find a different spot to put it. It's like I asked him, why do you have 3 computers? Like, you don't
So
need 3 computers.
What did you catch any salmon while you're up there?
Oh God, yeah. Don't ask me how many. I lost track.
So was it just catch and release, or were you able to bring some back?
No, we got we ended up bringing back total, and that's after filleted. You only get about 40% of a fillet of a fish, which is filleted.
Yeah.
But we brought back just under 700 pounds of fish.
It's a lot of fish.
So what, did they
Oh, yeah.
ship it, or you just
No.
bring it?
We left Petersburg yesterday, flew into Seattle, and stayed overnight. I had my luggage go direct all the way to Denver. So last night, all I brought was my toothbrush and a quick change of clothes in my backpack. And they put our fish in a cold storage. Alaska Airlines, that's what they're used to doing. They transport a lot of fish. So yeah. I got a giant box in my back seat.
Oh, nice.
Dinner.
So you're making a beeline for the house.
Yes, I am.
So
Yep.
you're in your car now, or are you in a rental?
No, I'm in my car.
I was gonna say, don't stink that rental up like fish. You're gonna lose that deposit.
No, it's not a rental. It's my work car. Yeah. No, great trip.
Now he's just got to hope the freezer's still switched on when he gets.
All right.
And
Yeah, we need
Paul
that.
Murray, I did what I said I was going to do. I took Dawn up there with me, and I went to my special little spot Monday night, and the deckhands dropped me off on my island. I sat there and talked to him for a while, and then I spread his ashes, and
Oh, nice.
Good.
Awesome.
I videotaped it with a drone. So very peaceful, very kind of a little emotional, but it was cool. So yeah, so he gets to stay in Alaska and I don't. Damn it.
Do I get a feeling Ron wants to move to Alaska?
Oh, I'd do it in a heartbeat, buddy.
Now, if he don't want his retirement not to get squandered in a year. It's fucking expensive to live up there.
Mm-hmm. That it is. But it's cool as hell, though. Oh,
I
you
mean,
guys
is
got
it-
a little views. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is it really that expensive in some places, or do they have kind of cheaper areas, or is it just high everywhere?
It depends on where you're at. But remember last year, I wasn't far from Anchorage, and Anchorage is a main hub for everywhere in Alaska. I found gas 20 cents more expensive than here at home. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
Guy bought a pack of cigarettes up there. It was $18.
What?
Yeah. So well, Canada's even worse. I said that was $30-some. I saw a guy buy a pack one day.
No, I don't want to spoil your fun, but they're $60 here.
No, just for a
Oh wow.
for
They
a
really
pack
don't
of
want you
20,
smoking.
not a carton of 200.
For a pack of
it's one
cigarettes
pack-
is
one
$60.
One pack of 20 cigarettes is $60.
Yes.
Package of 8?
Fuck me.
Wow.
That is insane. That's like 50, almost what, 40-some dollars US? That's fucking nuts.
They're like $2 or $3 a cigarette.
Ours are between 11 and 15 pounds a pack.
Yeah, I'll be smoking the filters too at that price. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
exactly.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Sniffing
Yeah.
the nicotine.
Yeah, Tim's onto it.
Yeah, between
Rolly packets can get up to $100.
Wow.
That's why the illegal tobacco, the chop is doing huge business.
Yeah. That's like Paul Haas, he buys his out on the reservation.
Yeah.
They're like a quarter of the price.
That's where we used to go when I,
Floyd buys his off the reservation as well. Yeah.
that's where I used to go when I
20
lived
or
up in Buffalo.
25s.
When I lived up in Buffalo, that's where we used to go because a carton of cigarettes back in the early 2000s in New York was like about $50 or $60 at the time. Or it might have been a little bit more than that, but it might have been around 70.
I think
And
only
I
one we
guess,
getting 25s was John Play Specials.
and I could get a carton at the reservation for $14. And they were just as good as the name brand cigarettes. We used to go load up at the reservation. We'd go up there and buy a whole case of them between me and my sister and all our roommates and stuff that we had. We'd go up there and buy like a couple cases of them. Everybody'd throw in on them.
Well, I can remember coming back from Malta, going into duty free, and getting a carton of 200 cigarettes for £7.20.
No,
Uh,
Jody, I think Paul was speaking to David. That's why he's muted.
Cigarettes are still relatively cheap in Florida. I mean, a name brand pack will cost you like about $8 or $9.
Yeah.
And then an off brand, you could like 305s are like the cheap brand of cigarettes that a lot of people buy, and
Okay.
they're like $3 or $4 a pack.
God.
But Florida's not like I said, Florida's not like New York and California. They don't tax the shit out of stuff. So
Mind you,
we're a place we get our shit taxed at a high rate.
it's similar to that in what's it in the Philippines, you could actually get a packet of Chesterfields
somebody's
for
got to
less than £1.
somebody's got to pay for that free healthcare.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Well, yeah.
That's exactly why. That's why I laugh when people from other countries say the U.S. has no health care, free health care, which is a lie anyway. Because if you're poor, you can get on Medicaid. No, it's really not that hard. And
Yeah,
Medicaid will pay for 99% of shit.
A lot of tax on cigarettes and alcohol that goes towards national health. Yeah.
Yeah. Alcohol, cigarettes, and gambling.
But
That's
if
how
you
we pay for everything here.
But if you look at the average national tax for the U.S., that's like 7 or 10% versus, some European countries, it's like 30, 40% tax. That's a big difference. But they do have the free healthcare and stuff.
On the cigarettes, it's more like 70.
Right. But at the end of the day, that stuff's paying for certain things that you guys call free, but it's really not at the end of the day.
Well, if you don't smoke, then you're not paying that tax anyway. So it does end up being free. You don't actually take anything that's bad for you.
Yeah, but they'll just keep adjusting the tax rate to the amount of people that are smoking there.
Yeah.
If you drop down 2% of people smoking, they're just going to adjust it higher to cover that 2% loss. But yeah, it's that the whole thing about us not having free healthcare is actually bullshit. Because, like I said, dude, there's plenty of people that live off of welfare that have free Medicaid and don't pay for it. And that's funded by taxpayer money. That's social programs. That's funded by that, and they cover, like I said, if you have to get airlifted or you have to get taken in an ambulance, they pay for all that.
Oh, well, our air ambulance is actually a charity.
Oh, dude, it's insanely expensive over here, bro. Yeah, if they have to take you like, say, 10 miles in a helicopter, I mean, ask Ron, it's probably like 30, 40 grand, something ridiculous.
Yeah, it don't cost you anything here to be airlifted out in a helicopter. The air ambulance.
You've got to have an ambulance membership to be airlifted here.
No, the air ambulance, if they have to take you, it's free still. It's just the same as a normal ambulance. But the air ambulance,
not here.
The air ambulance are run by a charity.
Yeah, air ambulances are run by the same ambulance as the wheeled ambulances.
And just like kids over here, like a lot of kids will qualify for free Medicaid until they're like, I think 18 or 21. All my kids have Medicaid. I don't pay for their insurance. That pays for everything. Their dentists or have to go to the eye doctors. They don't have to pay. I don't have to pay nothing for that. They're all on Medicaid. And then you can also get cost to share Medicaid. So if you make a little bit more, like if say you're somebody that makes a little bit more money, you can still put your kids on it, and you just pay it. You just pay a little monthly fee every month for each one. It might be like $20, $50 or $20, $30. It's not that much. But if I had to go put, like, say I was working at Walmart still and I had to put the 3 kids on my insurance, dude, I'd be paying 90% of my paycheck in insurance costs. It's really cheap to get yourself insurance, but the minute you add a spouse or kids to it, oh, dude, it fucking skyrockets. I used to pay like, I think it was like, it was probably about $100 a month to Walmart. It was like 50 bucks out of each paycheck for my insurance. It wasn't that much. And it covered a lot of stuff. I had really low copays. Like I paid like maybe $5 or $10 to go to the doctor. And that was it. And they covered, like if I had to go to the eye doctor, they'd give me like a $300-400 spending limit that I could spend. But over here, it is also a federal law. If you go to the hospital, they have to take you regardless. Like they're not allowed to turn you away. If you have to go to the emergency room, even if you don't have insurance, they have to take you. And then a lot of times too, though, you know, if you don't have insurance, you'll get these people that will come into your, you know, when you're like going to check out or whatever, they might come in before that and they might ask you, do you have insurance? No. And then they'll start going over like different possibilities of you getting free insurance based on your income or some kind of, you know what I'm saying? They'll try to get you something to try to pay for the bill. I've had them come in and ask me that before, like when the times I didn't have insurance. And then a lot of places too, like a lot of medical facilities, say you owe $5,000 in medical bills. A lot of times they'll cut it down to like 1,500, 2,000 just to get it off their books. Like you can talk them way down to just pay it off and get it off the books. Because that's what Sarah's lawyers did, that she owed 5,000 in medical bills that her insurance didn't cover. And they talked them down to 2,500, cut it in half. So Sarah gets that extra 2,500 because of that. Wonder if Paul got it hooked up. I think he got that hooked up to the network. I think he's hooking it to the computer now. I don't know. They say they can't, Jody, but I know the Lake Wells Hospital here, they'll sue the shit out of you if you don't pay your medical bills. Or if you don't get on some kind of payment plan with them or get some kind of insurance to pay it, they'll actually take you to court over it. They actually, there was 2 or 3 employees when I worked at Walmart, 3 of them that actually had their wages garnished from the Lake Wells Hospital, where they were taking money out of their paychecks for the bill because they won the court case. They were, Winter Haven Hospital doesn't do it, but Lake Wells has actually been known to sue over delinquent payments. Now, I've always heard that they don't go against your credit. I don't know if that's true or not. But I've always heard that they can't ding your credit for medical bills, but I'm not sure if that's a thing or not. Hardwire and the computer. Yeah, I told him that, Tim. Didn't see the point of setting up the wireless shit. It's not like Paul's printing from his cell phone or anything. And I totally understood Donald's point earlier about just putting shit on, thumb drive and taking it in, but Paul putting something on a thumb drive, that's where you run into the
That can be
issue.
fun.
Yeah, that's where you would run into the issue, is him trying to figure out how to put a file onto a thumb drive. Yeah, I didn't think so. I had heard that, but yeah. I didn't think that was a thing, but I wasn't sure. I never actually looked into it. I wouldn't think so though, because a lot of people's credit would be completely fucked. So I know a lot of people owe medical bills. Like I said, I know the hospital here in Lake Wells has sued people over delinquent payments. Yeah, or how to even stick the thumb drive into the PC. Exactly, Jody. That'd be the first hurdle. Where to plug it in at. Even though it's as simple as just grabbing a file and dragging it and dropping it into it. I have no idea, Tim. Some mysteries are just best left unsolved. That's what I said. If any of us were over there, we would have had that set up in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I would have been over there straight away.
Sometimes I wish I lived closer to Paul, but I don't want to leave the safety of Florida. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
At this point, I'm never moving out of Florida. I mean, I would love to live in California again, but I just not the way it's ran.
Yeah, it's the
currently.
politics of it.
Because California is such a beautiful state in itself. But yeah, the politics there is just outrageously stupid. I could never live there again. And that's why I said that's what it confuses me so much is we have like almost hardly any regulations here. We don't pay state taxes, but yet we have one of the lowest debts of any state. And we actually have billions of excess dollars. We're actually operating in the green. But yet California taxes the shit out of everything, and there's still billions of dollars in the hole. I don't get it.
Laura says Matt's on Fortnite.
All right, let's go over here and see what he's doing. I'd come for a visit. I just don't want to move out of Florida. I don't mind visiting places. I just don't want to leave I don't want to move out of the safety of Florida. I love the way Florida's ran.
I can understand that. Everybody I've spoken to said it's a great place.
Well, like I said, when we were going through all those riots and all that bullshit a few years ago, we didn't have any of that problem down here. Not a single bit of it. Any of that shit that tried popping up, they stomped that shit in the ground real quick. And it's so much more. It's really nice when your local county and state government are all on the same page for the most part, you know. We do have a few counties that kind of try to stray a little away from the way everybody else likes it here, but at the end of the day, they end up falling in line. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just it's a lot nicer that way when not everybody's just all got their own agenda. Shit actually gets done here very quickly. Like I've never seen laws pass so fucking quick until I moved to Florida. Like it's like Jesus Christ, dude. They'll be like, all right, we want to do this, and then like 2 weeks later, they're signing it into law. Where every other place I've ever been to, they talk about it, and 5 years later, they still ain't done the shit. All right, I will catch you guys later. I'm jumping off.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off as well. It's 9:30 here.
All right, I'll catch you later. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, see you, Justin.
Good night.
Dominic. Is it time to call it, Paul?